Hello and welcome to the Gray-Haired Writer. First of all, I apologize for having this take a little bit longer today. I worked a lot of overtime at my full-time job this week, so it would delay me getting the recording done, but it's coming up now. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about how to portray women in a crime fiction story. There's a lot of cliches about how women are portrayed in crime fiction, and, well, many readers are probably tired of that and want to see or read realistic portrayals or something just not so dumb and ridiculous. If you know what I mean. I'm sure you do. So here we go. 1. First off, you want to avoid using the overused tropes. This can include the femme fatale. A mysterious and seductive woman can be compelling. After all, what guy doesn't like a sexy lady? Well, all of us do, really, but she should not be there solely to manipulate the male characters, as in the lady who uses what she has to get what she wants. She should have motivations beyond simple deception. Those will be expanded on in a future video, like maybe next week, or, well, stay tuned anyway. The damsel in distress. Don't have your female character waiting to be rescued by a man, swept off her feet, or thrown over his shoulder and carried her away. You can have her face danger, but give her agency. Have her make decisions and fight back. In other words, don't fridge your women. I did a video on this a while back. You can check out the video. The link is in the description below here. But wait until after you finish this video, though. The one-dimensional victim is also something you don't want. If a woman is a murder victim, she should not just be a plot device. She should have a backstory, such as a job, interests outside of her work, and friends and family who loved her and want to see justice done. This will also give your police characters people to investigate. Because after all, usually it's someone closest to the person who's the one that ends up killing them. Number 2, develop complex 3D characters. Just like your male characters, your female characters should have strengths and flaws. The tough female detective should still have vulnerabilities. This could be trust issues from being betrayed in the past by a partner. Again, another future video I will do. You can also give your criminal mastermind some redeeming qualities. In actual fact, you really should do that. These days, you can't have a character being evil just because they are, just for the sake of being ill because they feel like it. She could have a noble cause, such as she runs an underground network, providing illegal but life-saving care to those who can't afford it. And you bet I'm going to do a future video on that. She should also have realistic motivations, career goals, personal struggles, and moral dilemmas. And you will want to make them proactive in solving problems as opposed to doing nothing more than reacting to the male characters, because that just makes it all so goofy and everything else, you know what I mean. Yes, you do, don't you? Number 3, make her realistic. Women in law enforcement face unique challenges such as sexism and racism if you're writing a person of color, and law enforcement is a male-dominated field, so maybe she might have to prove herself more times to her colleagues than a male officer would. B. While men are generally physically stronger than women, you can have her compensate for this with strategy and skill. Not to mention getting smacked with her baton in the right place can drop a man, even when inflicted by a smaller woman. To ensure authenticity, research female police, forensics experts, and journalists. Number 4. Give your female villains depth. Women can be as ruthless, dangerous, and intelligent as male villains. This could be through psychological manipulation, being underestimated because she's a woman, or anything along those lines. Don't just have her motivation being revenge against a man, a specific man, or men in general, or have her explore greed and power. Instead of having her use brute force, have her use cunning, social influence, maybe make her a poisoner or con artist. Number 5. Show realistic relationships. Don't have her only relationships being with her co-workers and the connection with the male protagonist or other male characters if she's the protagonist. Give her friends and a family, a rival or 3, and a possible mentor. If she has a love interest, don't have it be her only defining storyline outside of her job, or have her only defining storyline period in the story. And you should also have camaraderie among the female police and other female characters, and not just competition for the promotions and nailing the bad guys or bad girls, as the case should be. Number 6, you can challenge gender stereotypes. Not all women are nurturing, and not all men are tough and stoic. Don't have your female detective, if she doesn't have a love interest, be the childless cat lady. There's really been enough of that going around, hasn't there? Women can be ambitious and career-oriented, ruthless to get the job done, and a male character, if you want, could be sensitive if you so choose. And along those lines, consider that you can flip the gender expectations. You have your female detective be the hard-nosed or hard-boiled detective who's become cynical about the world and everyone in it. And maybe have her new male partner is still a little wet behind the ears, if you will, who wants to make the world a better place and has not yet seen the world as the dark and dirty place that it can sometimes be in the criminal underworld. It usually probably is. Number 7, remember that research and representation do matter. If you're writing about women of different backgrounds, learn about their experience through research and beta readers, as well as sensitivity readers, along with women you know. They will have the experience, women's experience with crime as victims and perpetrators and investigators can be a lot different from how men experience. This is where research comes in, where you can consider safety and societal expectations. And if you know of anyone working in law enforcement, particularly any women police officers, perhaps they could be a technical advisor if they are so willing. And number 8, finally, read crime fiction by female authors. Remember, the advice said if you don't have time to read, you don't have the time or tools to write. There's a lot of crime fiction by some great female authors. Louise Penny from Canada to be one, and Gillian Flynn's Gone Girl is one of my favorites. Make sure to read both the book and watch the movie adaptation. Rosamund Pike was awesome as Amy Dunn in that movie. That was truly one of my favorites of all time. So there you have it. How to effectively portray women in a crime fiction story. I hope you liked the video and that it helps you with your writing. Be sure to check out my video on fridging the women. The link is in the description, and it should be coming up right about now as one of the end cards. So, until next time, have a great day, have a great week, and I will see you in 7 days. So long, my friends.